Hello, my name is Dr. Conrad Walker, and I am the Assistant Vice President and Dean of Students at Lehman College. In this presentation, I will introduce you to Lehman College's community standards. Lehman College's community standards are grounded in the belief that the university is a sanctuary for teaching, learning, and the pursuit of knowledge. These standards are best nourished in an atmosphere of mutual respect, civility, and trust among teachers, staff, administrators, students, and visitors. Several policies established by the City University of New York comprise of and help to enforce our community standards. In this presentation, I will briefly introduce you to our Code of Conduct, Academic Integrity Policy, and Title IX Policy to help ensure that you understand the basic rules and expectations of those policies and to ensure that you understand how to report a policy violation. Article 15, Section 15.1 defines the conduct standard at the City University of New York. It states that each student enrolled or in attendance in any college, school, or unit under the control of the board and every student organization, association, publication, club, or chapter shall obey 1. The laws of the city, state, and nation, 2. The bylaws and resolutions of the board, including the rules and regulations for the maintenance of public order pursuant to Article 129A of the Education Law, otherwise known as Henderson Rules, and 3. The governance plan, policies, regulations, and orders of the college. There are 11 Henderson Rules. Some examples of the Henderson Rules are as follows. Rule number 7, disorderly or indecent conduct on university, college-owned, or controlled property is prohibited. And another rule is any action or situation which recklessly or intentionally endangers mental or physical health or involves the forced consumption of liquor or drugs for the purpose of initiation into or affiliation with any organization is prohibited. All 11 Henderson Rules can be found on the Lehman College Community Standards webpage. Students are required to follow the rules established in our Code of Conduct. Failure to follow these rules will subject a student to disciplinary action, which may include a penalty ranging from warning to expulsion from Lehman College and all other colleges and universities affiliated with the City University of New York. There are also times when behavioral misconduct may warrant a behavioral intervention rather than immediate disciplinary action. There are 3 categories of behavior that are of utmost concern to the behavioral intervention team. 1. Self-injurious behavior. This includes suicidal ideation, attempt, dangerous alcohol, substance abuse consumption. 2. Threatening behavior. This includes homicidal threats, stalking, assault, bullying. And 3. Unstable or depressive behavior. This includes things like mood swings, changes in personality, depressive symptoms, unexplained irritability, and or lethargy. All members of the Lehman College community are encouraged to contact a member of the behavioral intervention team when faced with a student who exhibits these symptoms. The easiest way to submit a behavioral intervention team report is to click the Behavioral Intervention Request Form on the Community Standards page. More information about the Behavioral Intervention Request Form can also be found on the Community Standards webpage. Next, we will discuss CUNY's policy on academic integrity. Academic integrity is at the core of a college or university education. Faculty assign essays, exams, quizzes, projects, and so on, both to extend the learning done in the classroom and as a means of assessing learning. When students violate the academic integrity policy, for example, cheat, they are committed an act of theft that can cause real harm to themselves and others, including but not limited to their classmates, their faculty, and the caregivers who may be funding their education. Academic dishonesty confers an unfair advantage over others, which undermines educational equity and fairness. Students who cheat place their college's accreditation and their own future prospects in jeopardy. In short, academic dishonesty is prohibited in the City University of New York. Penalties for academic dishonesty include academic sanctions, such as failing or otherwise reduced grades, and or disciplinary sanctions, including suspension or expulsion. If an instructor suspects that a student has violated the academic integrity policy, that violation can be reported to the Dean of Students, who also serves as the Academic Integrity Officer of the college. The Academic Integrity Policy Violation Report Form can be found on the Community Standards page, and the full Academic Integrity Policy and additional resources to prevent cheating can be found on the Community Standards webpage as well. CUNY also has a policy on the falsification of records and official documents. This policy is Section 1.3 of the Academic Integrity Policy. Examples of falsification include forging signatures of authorization, falsifying information on an official academic record, falsifying information on an official document such as a grade report, letter of permission, drop ad form, ID card, or other college document. Falsifying medical documentation that has a bearing on campus access or the excuse of absences or missed examinations and assignments are also examples of falsification of records. If a staff or faculty member suspects that a student has violated the falsification of records and official documents policy, violation can be reported to the Dean of Students. The falsification of records and official documents can be found under the Academic Integrity Policy Violation Report Form on the Community Standards webpage. Lehman College of the City University of New York remains committed to ensuring that its students, faculty, and staff learn and work in an environment free from sexual misconduct. Toward this end, CUNY's process for addressing allegations of sexual misconduct is based on federal, state, and local laws, including Title IX, the federal law that prohibits sex discrimination in education, and New York State's Education Law, Article 129B, also known as the Enough is Enough Law. All Lehman College students, staff, and faculty may learn more about sexual misconduct policy by visiting our Community Standards page. And for cases involving students as either complainant or respondent, all members of the Lehman College community may visit the Community Standards page to learn how to report a policy violation. The City University of New York is committed also to addressing discrimination and retaliation reports promptly, consistently, and fairly. To learn more about CUNY's policy on equal opportunity and non-discrimination, you are encouraged to visit the college's Human Resources page. For cases involving students, you are encouraged to visit the Community Standards page, where you will find more information about the policy and you will find ways to report a policy violation. Lastly, the college has a General Community Concern Report Form. Please use the General Community Concern Report Form in the rare instance where you encounter a scenario where the behavior exhibited by a student does not rise to any of the previously defined scenarios. Examples of general community concern might be bystander reporting. This includes things like reporting offensive or discriminatory language being used by an unidentifiable student member, or loud or large gatherings in quiet spaces. These reports will be reviewed by the Dean of Students, and the reporter will receive follow-up information.